Alright folks, it is Christmas Day and it's time for our first box opening of Crimson Vow. I got the set boosters at this point. So I opened a bunch of boxes of this, I think 3 or 4 boxes. But that was before I decided to put everything on YouTube, so this was my first one on the channel. And I figured, before the year is out, let's get the most recent set, the last set of the year. Put this on camera. So set boosters, it's a little bit shorter, right? They're only 30 packs. But you get some extra value, set cards, the list cards. We'll see more rares, 2 rares, 3 rares per pack, and of course a nice little box topper. So let's start with that, set the tone. I mean, none of these are particularly good. There's no fetch lands, anything too great like that. But we'll see. Maybe we'll get Dracula. Maybe we'll get a different version of Dracula, a third version of Dracula. Dracula taking the poop. What is this? Search the Count's Castle. There you go. 3 cards, discard 2 cards unless you discard a basic land. It's a decent card. I'm happy with that. Put it over here. Experimenting a little bit with the glare and the setup. I think this is fine. Oh yeah, we gotta see if we get some art series cards. That's kind of useless. Put that off on the side. The land I like though. And the commons. Ooh, yeah. You get 4 or 5 different uncommons here. I forget how they set everything up. This, that, the other thing. I'm just keep separating by rare, foil, token nobody cares about kind of thing. So that was a disappointing first pack. Alright, Splendid Reclamation. I guess it's a combo piece. I'm happy with combo pieces to an extent. The land, we want to keep the land. The art card we don't care about. Some people want to sell the signed art card for $5 or $10 or $20. I'm like, more power to you. Everyone's looking for that. Hey, Lantern Flare. It's a nice card I was looking for. Once Upon a Time. Guaranteed foil in every pack. More looking for, some nice fun list cards. Mist cards. Oh, there you go. Don't want to look too far ahead. Some uncommons. Off you have the treatment. There you go. Our first mythic, Savior of Olenbrock. This is not a dual-faced card. It's decent. It's not one of the chase cards by any stretch, but I'm always happy to get mythics. If you get 5 or 6 mythics from a box, you can't complain too much. The last few ones I've only gotten 4. If you get 4 money mythics, you're happy. If you get 4 meh mythics, that really doesn't do much for you. There you go. So Angie, Maid of Dishonor, right? Best Maid of Honor. She's already getting drunk. I like that. The Commander versions, I don't know if it's better or worse than this. It's different. If you're all in on vampires, maybe you want both. Wouldn't mind some foil lands. Not particularly expensive, but they're nice. Mirage Phalanx. Oh, there you go. Speaking of which, from Commander. Solon, they need their own category here somewhere. Put them a little bit off on the side. Welcome Vampire. This is one of the better rares. I really like how they're giving white some card draw. And put that a little higher. Whenever 1 or more other creatures enters your battlefield, if it's power 2 or less, draw a card. Only once per turn, so no infinite combos, but, white's been lacking on the card draw, so this is a nice way to give them a boost. Stensia Uprising, I had a lot of fun with this card on Arena. This is fun. It's not particularly hard to get. And a foil uncommon. Every turn you're getting a new permanent. You probably have 5, 6, 7 lands. A few creatures. It's a nice way to kill your opponent. It's got some style points attached to it. Definitely a big fan of that kind of stuff. The uncommons, even there's nothing too crazy in the uncommons. There's a counterspell that's pretty good. Hey, Volatile Arsonist. Look at that, our second mythic already. So this guy, he's above curve. 4/4 Menace Haste for 5, but he just doesn't really have much of a home. There's nowhere to really play him. Oh, look at that, our first list card. It's a useless card from, what is that, Legions? Noxious Ghoul. Alright, sure. I mean, they've outclassed this about 15 times over. I'll put this like extra pile over here, slightly off camera. Cards that you're like, yeah, if you get something fun from the list, it's a nice bonus. Otherwise, it's some good nostalgia. There you go. Here's a foil land. I always like the foil lands. Again, with the style points. This is one of the best uncommons in my book because 3/2 Death Touch for 3. It's already pretty decent. The Exploit, sack a creature, draw 2 cards. Pretty good. You can sack itself. You can make the other player. Lose 2 life. It's got some versatility. That's the kind of uncommon I like. Dig Up, speaking of versatility, that's pretty cool. Hey, look at that. A foil Edgar Charmed Groom. That's always nice. You know, I wouldn't say he's a chase card, but he's pretty powerful. Should the right setup. This is good. And hey, we got, this is Ixalan. Merfolk. Cast spells, put a +1/+1 counter. Sure, right? I mean, it's either that or sign up to play Arena / your 17,000th blood card. Get me a list card, even if they're all commons. I got a Grim Tutor once. That was fun. But even if it's a $5 or $10 card, so it's pure bonus. You usually end up with about the same number of rares and mythic rares from set boxes. There you go. Wedding Ring. This is actually pretty chase, as I recall. Another commander bonus card here. Frog Tribal. You want to play Frog Tribal? Here's the card for you. We got some nice stuff here. I always like when they try and do different kind of tribal, like Horse Tribal or Frog Tribal. I mean, there's 70,000 zombies and 20,000 vampires. How about a frog deck? Bet you haven't seen that. And if you lose to a frog deck, I guess that means you croak. Terrible. Terrible jokes. Alright, Kessig Wolf Rider. That's mediocre. I mean, look at these cards. Look at these. There's nothing. I don't know what they're trying to do. Trying to get a side game going. At least put a token. Do appreciate that they put tokens in most packs now, but it should still be all packs. Alright. Nothing much to say about here. There you go. Necro Duality. The end of the first pack. This is one of the Chase Mythics. You get a zombie. You get a zombie. You get a zombie. I've seen some shenanigans. Because the thing about zombies is they recur. Right? So if you're recurring, and every time you come back there's 2 of them, it's just double value every single time. And it's not one time. It's cast it and then bring it back from the graveyard over and over. Think Gravecrawler. It just keeps coming back and triggers everything. Speaking of triggering things, Blood Pet. You know, this is a decent card, I guess, and it's not too far away from a Lotus Petal. Yeah, okay, it's kind of far away from a Lotus Petal. It can ramp you. It's like a really, really bad Dark Ritual. But hey, if the opponent's at 1 and has no creatures, it's a kill condition. This is a pretty good first third. We got 3 Mythics, including Necro Duality, which is really the chase card so far. The uncommons, like I said, there's a counterspell that's pretty good. The rest are meh. Oh, we're getting like the whole commander set here. A 1/8. Only in commander do you get 1/8. It's a spider. What? Hey Johnny, what combination have we not done before? How about a 1/8? All right, let's do it. Consuming Tide. That's okay. This goes over here. Foil. Oh, look, Hard Evidence. This is not from very long ago. This is Modern Masters. Yeah, Modern Horizons 2. So this is from about 6 months ago. Create some crabs and investigate. I don't know what they're doing at this point. They're always changing the list and they don't tell you what it is until, you know, someone cracks 3,000 boxes and pieces it together. But like I said, it's nice bonus content. I don't mind. Fewer commons, right? This, unless you're drafting, you don't really need all this chaff, all these useless cards. Okay, I like this Purveyor. 5/6 Flying Trample with not much of a downside. Pretty decent for 4 mana. Or useless card, so I'll make sure everything stays visible. I know the glare has been an issue. I'm working through it. I got lots of different setups. Yeah, you always get a couple of these. There you go. I see Mythic first. I'm like, oh, this is good. It's another one of them Commander Mythics. I mean, they're all Commander. They're all Mythics if they're in Commander, right? Hey, a regular Welcoming Vampire. That's pretty good. We got the showcase version before. Like to Rest. I'm always happy to get good rares. We have no lands, though. The lands are fairly sought after, $5 to $10. Show me some lands. Again, you guys know I like red-blue the most. You got a red-blue land in the set. Come to Papa. There you go. Speaking of coming to Papa, you want a Planeswalker? I didn't think this was very good at first, but, you know, I've seen her playing. They're all plus abilities, right? So, I mean, until you get here, everything you're doing is plus. It's decent. She costs 3. Doesn't set the world on fire. But, you know, for once she's not setting it on fire, she's dressed to kill. Okay, what else we got here? Bramble Worm. I'm telling you, we're going to try and get the whole Commander set This one box. I like this guy. I mean, he's no questing beast, but, you know, 4-4 for 4 trample, haste. Yeah, you're like, okay, 4-4 for 4 haste already. Decent. It's nothing great, but the trample's good, and the transformation here is really key, because he gets real big, and he boosts your whole team, right? I mean, if everybody has trample, that can be Alpha Strike and GG in one shot. So, yeah, one of the more fun Timmy rares, and I am a Timmy at heart. Let's see what else we got here. Commons and commons. On theme, on set. Ooh, Helena and Elena. Helena and Elena. Anyways, they're partners. They get together. They're friendly. That's an okay card. I don't know why red-green is so stacked at the 4 mana cost. Especially the Planeswalkers. They like to make red-green Planeswalkers that cost 4. Oh, another foil land. Always nice. Green uncommons. Green heavy pack. Hopeful Initiate. Okay. Oh, and foil Hopeful Initiate. Do you like Hopeful Initiates? Are you hopeful to get more? We got a regular one, a foil one from the list practically. Hey, Modern Horizons was a lifetime ago compared to this. This was practically the last set that they just set out. Hey, you didn't get enough gargoyles in Dungeons and Dragons? Let's get you some gargoyles on Innistrad. Sure, that makes sense. Actually, gargoyles on Innistrad would make sense, man. Gothic horror. Sort of like the Super Mario Brother gargoyles. They just follow you around. Hey, you want Frog Tribal? We got Frog Tribal in the showcase frame. You can't go wrong with that. Followed by a nice Wrath of God variant. I'm always happy with those kinds of things. Foil card coming to the end of the 2/3 here. 1 mythic so far, but a couple of nice rares too. My Frog Tribal deck. I'm going to have to make a Frog Tribal deck. There's no way around it. A 0-13 deck. I already have a couple of decks like that. This is more of a Wrath of God that, you know, if the other guy goes infinite, you're in trouble. But if he's going tall and you're going wide, maybe we just sacrifice 2 creatures, and that's your whole board. But it's only, you know, my 2 weakest guys, so there's some stuff to be had there. There's some fun to be had. Commons, uncommons. The curtains. This is kind of cute, right? Like little feet underneath the curtain. What's gonna happen there? Be scared. Be afraid. Be very afraid. All right, and then our last grouping here. Again, only 30 packs instead of our usual 36, but there's a lot to talk about, right? More uncommons, more rares. Hey, speaking of the land cycle, we finally got one. Nothing else of note, but hey. You know, in a box like this, you're expecting, what, about 3 lands? It used to be 3 lands. I think they've upped the number of rares recently, so it might be 2.5. You know, 3 lands might be above average now. I forget exactly how many rares they have here. This is not one of the better rares. I read an article saying this card might eventually get banned. I'm like, if this card gets banned, we're in trouble. We're definitely in trouble because... yeah, it's got some nice upside if you're really aggressive and going to kill the other person, they're tapped out. Yeah, you take that risk. But 7 for an extra turn, you don't even get 2 birds for it. That's, you know, it's okay. But yeah, it's not ban-worthy. It's not on my top 10, let's say, possible banned cards. Another foil land, that's our 3rd. Nice. Imagine getting 1 of each in the box. That's a nice box. I'd like to get 5. Hey, speaking of... mythics, Henrika. So Henrika, you gotta choose your own adventure kind of thing, and then at some point she flips. Perhaps. If you stay alive long enough. And she stays alive long enough. Alright, 5 mythics, maybe 1 more. We got the Necro Duality, maybe something else. You know, the Colossus would be nice. It's kind of the chase card at this point. It's all the combos you can make with land, but we're not greedy, we're not greedy. You know, we'll take Olivia. We'll take something else. Overcharged Amalgam. Yeah, actually, this is one of the better rares. I like him. And his downside, you know, his worst case scenario is a 3/3 flying flash creature. You know, it's a Phantom Menace. I think that was it a Phantom Menace or a Phantom Monster? A Phantom Menace, I think it's Star Wars. I might be a bit of a geek. We don't know. But, you know, if he can counter something when he comes into play, so much the better. Hey, speaking of which, our collection of Commander continues. Sure, right? Wolf Overlord. Let's do it. Wolf. Hey, there you go. Cemetery Desecrator. One of the cemetery cards. Not the best of the cemetery cards because it costs 6. But hey, I've got already, look at this breakdown. No green cards, but red and black well represented, which is good for a vampire set. You're expecting more red and black? Well, has been delivered. Lands. This is a blue pack. This kind of goes here. Creepy Puppeteer. Oh, look, a nice list card. This is, the list doesn't go that far back. This is Kaladesh, I guess, yeah? Or, okay, sure, Fog variant. Nothing too crazy here. These guys, not bad, right? Again, a 4/3 haste for 4, and he has some upside. If everything goes perfectly. I like that dollhouse, that creepy dollhouse. Thought that was very aggressively costed. This Creepy Puppeteer, as creepy, not as aggressively costed. Ooh, try not to. I know some of you guys are just looking, let's show us the rares. That's what I'm getting to. I see a land. But first, oh, there you go, right? We're talking about list cards. This is a nice pack to open. So you get, your decent green rare, nothing too crazy, but then a foil showcase land. That's pretty. And then you get a Balefire Dragon, which I don't know what these go for anymore, $10 or $5 or $20, but he's a nice dragon, 6/6 for 7. He attacks, he destroys the whole other team. That's why you get these set boosters, right? Because I think it's the only worthwhile card from the list so far. Still have a few packs to go. But it's just bonus. It's just added material. Just extras that you wouldn't have gotten otherwise. Green pack. Some black. There you go. So Falconwrath Forebearer in the showcase frame. Followed by Edgar Charmed Groom. Followed by a foil common. 2 packs to go. We're probably pushing it if we want like an Olivia or something. That'd be nice. Could be a good box. Nothing wrong with good boxes. Strixhaven one last week was really good. Time Spiral not so good. We'll see. They all vary, but hey, it's the creepy dollhouse that I was just talking about. I want a creepy dollhouse. Here's a creepy dollhouse. I want $1 million in this booster. That'd be nice. Don't think it would fit. Maybe it's a $1 million bill. But, again, I'd settle for Chase, I think. So that's the 4th land, and I think they've all been different, but I have to double check. So we came close. Came close to the perfect setup. And what are we going to get here on the close? Ardent Pack Leader. Hey, again, one of the better rares. 4-back Wolf. And then a Stone Giant. Wow. I was just talking about Phantom Monsters. This is from that same era. Obviously, this is it's like a dual deck or something. Reprint 2012. I don't know. Giants versus Zombies or something crazy like that. So, Mythics are pretty good. Only one land, but we got the foil land as well. So, just again, to recap the rares. I don't know. The pass was here. Frog Tribal is always going to get a pass for me. There's that Frog Tribal. Welcoming Vampire, and there was another Welcoming Vampire. I think Edgar is pretty good as well. So some decent rares. Necro Duality, which is one of the Chase Mythics. The other Mythics are decent. You never go wrong with Planeswalkers. Again, the Dragon, maybe put him front and center. A decent box. I like it. Like I said, I missed out on opening most of these, but next time a set comes out in February at Kamigawa, we're going to open some boosters, some draft boosters, some set boosters. I don't know which one I like more, but this one went a little longer than the last video, so there might be more to talk about. Maybe we'll keep opening set boosters. All right. Thanks, guys. See you next week.